gentlemen, welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Falakzeeb Khan, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry titan on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Kiran Nerella. Hello, welcome, Mr. Nerella. We are glad to have you here today with us on FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you, Falak. Thank you for this invitation.
Thank you for being here. So let me give you a quick brief about Mr. Kiran Nerella. In a career spanning over 2.5 decades, he has established himself as a stalwart in the field of sales and management consulting with a remarkable emphasis on the SAP ecosystem. His expertise encompasses various IT roles, including advisory, SAP Practice Leadership, strategy, pre-sales, solution architecture, and program management, alongside an extensive background in process and IT consulting. In the capacity as a solution architect, he has provided SAP and non-SAP enterprise solutions in the areas of product compliance, employee safety and occupational health hazards, IFRS, real estate, professional services for asset-rich companies. He also has a track of pioneering delivery models ahead of their time, which have provided differentiated advantages to his customers. He has worked with CXOs for many large oil and gas, consumer goods, heavy engineering, technology companies, life sciences, and pharmaceutical industries, to name a few. So, Mr. Nerella, our viewers would like to know in brief about your career journey.
Thanks, Falak. I'm humbled with the introduction. I will just give a different perspective of my journey all these 25 years. It's been a long journey. If you put 25 years into perspective, the first 5 years, I would say 20% of my time has been spent in the domain area. When I say domain, after post-graduation in marketing and from the Institute of Public Enterprise, I joined from the campus. I was selected in Speak Pioneer, and I worked briefly there, and I worked with Novartis. And in all these capacities, I was responsible for a small territory. I was responsible for the business development in that area. I was responsible for the supply chain, and that is a core domain area which adds value to my future roles. Okay, so about 20% of my time I spent in the domain, delivering results to the organizations where I worked. And then I took a very conscious move into the IT field and spent the rest of the 20 years in the IT field. Okay, so 80% of my journey or whatever I have learned, gained, or whatever has happened over this last 20 years. I have seen complete life cycle of an IT industry. Okay, I have seen 3 dips. .com bubble I have seen Y2K, I have seen many other bubbles, or recently COVID, and I have survived all these peaks and troughs, to say so.
That's very important.
Yeah, and in the process I have learned, gained experience, and that is where I became more my experience is more complete in that sense. Okay, so after spending time in the domain, then I because I worked in the the supply chain side, that is where I have taken the route of the SAP consulting and enterprise resource planning. And way back then, it was just picking steam. and I was an early bird. I was an early bird to catch that opportunity by choice. And thanks for the favorable conditions at that point in time. And then my journey started as a consultant. Just to give a brief, a consultant is one who gives, who does the actual nuts and bolts, right? Somebody designed it and I realize it. Okay. From there, I graduated slowly into a project leader, and I delivered projects in life sciences projects. I delivered projects in retail industry. I delivered in India as well, in Saudi Arabia. Then I moved to Intelligroup Asia Private Limited, which is also a leading company at that point in time in ERP space. Then I gradually moved up the ladder. I took up the roles of a program manager, managed few projects, both domestic as well as international projects. And then one point in time, I decided that my cup of tea is not delivery. My cup of tea is more of design. Okay, that is when I switched the hat from a delivery role to a architect role. Okay, and as an architect, I think I have served nearly 10 years, a decade. Okay, and those 10 years, I have gained immense experience because I was part of the pre-sales team, part of the sales team, and interacted with many customers, provided solutions to their real life problems. Won a few, lost many, but in the process, I could understand the mantra of a success. Okay, and last 5 years, to say so, I moved to Switzerland in Wipro Technologies, and then I served as the P&L leader for Switzerland, Austria, Italy, and France. Okay, and I was managing a net new business, what we call as net new business of 20 million year on year, and the previous business is anyways part of revenue. Okay, and I was also responsible for the bottom line of about 25% operating margin. That is what summarizes my 20 years of experience. Happy to take any questions on that.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, that really sounds very interesting and wonderful. I'm sure you've had a great journey throughout all these years. So my next question is, like, what are some of the biggest professional contributions you've made?
Yeah. Thanks for this question, because it summarizes what I have done to the organizations where I served, and it gives me a good feel of happiness that I have contributed in one way or the other. And first, let me go backward. Okay, when I was responsible for the P&L role, when I was located in Switzerland, so my responsibility was to plug some gaps in our delivery. Okay, so by then I have reached a level of middle management and between executive and other things. So I had access to the leadership, and they were also consulting me, and I was instrumental in 2 acquisitions in Wipro. Okay, and these acquisitions are Cellent. One is Cellent, which is a German-based IT organization specialized in SAP, and another one was Rising. Okay, which is a US-based organization. So I had an opportunity to study the strategy where we want to go, and I was also given an assignment to see how to plug those gaps organically or inorganically. And that is where I contributed in one way or the other, doing the due diligence, identifying the right partner, seeing their fitment in the organization. So I can say in the last 5 years, I was instrumental in getting some new organizations under the ambit of Wipro. Okay, that is the latest, I would say. Prior to that, when I was delivering as a pre-sales or a solution architect lead, my primary concern or the primary objective was, to identify various delivery models. Okay, that would complement the overall strategy. Okay, so we were facing a lot of competition as usual, and we have to innovate ourselves every time and now and then. And in that process, we have initiated two projects, I would say. One is related to the factory model, what we call as Apex 2.0 in Wipro. Wiproites will know what this means. So essentially, what I want to say is, I was instrumental in formulating and strategizing a delivery model, which is an industrialized scale model. Okay, and we had gone ahead, with all the processes, technology infusion in that, and I was successful in setting up the pilot, and then we expanded from 1 center to 8 centers after that. Okay. The other success is in 2010, when even people weren't thinking about cloud. Okay, that was when Wipro had at that point in time, this SMB focus. In that, I had created a delivery model where we had SAP ecosystem offered as SaaS. This was even before the industry was even contemplating on SaaS models. This was in 2010, and we had about 3 or 4 customers from South India, and that was one of the success. Like that, I mean, every milestone, I had something of my footprint, and that is because I carry an innovation hat, and I find solutions. That is my strength.
That's really very great, I must say. So like throughout the years, I'm sure like there have been many values that you have followed to be where you are today. So I want to know like what are some values you have collated from your career long learnings?
Yeah. See, everybody, first of all, the first value system you would gain is from your family. Okay. And then in your 25-year career long journey, I would say Wipro as an organization has inculcated or rather given some broader aspects of the value system. Okay, we had the spirit of Wipro, and we have 5 habits of Wipro. Mr. Azim Premji has established almost about 20 years ago the concept of spirit of Wipro, and it had 3 pillars, and 4th pillar was added roughly in the late 2000s. The 3 pillars are integrity and intensity to win, and unyielding integrity, and respect to others. Okay. Then we also added the concept of 5 habits after Rishabh Renji has come in. He said these values are great, but how to achieve these values are through habits. So we have to inculcate those habits in order to achieve those value systems. So I would say in all these 5 habits and those spirit of Wipro, because I served about 15 years, which is almost 60 to 70% of my career, I would say I have inculcated all. I'm a microcosm of Wipro, I can say, in terms of value systems. Okay. And I really appreciate the leadership and their thought process in aligning all those value systems. That was a great achievement, I would say.
That's really very wonderful, I must say. So when we talk about ESG and corporate governance, I want to know like how and when did you feel the need for expanding your work purview from financial governance to ESG and corporate governance?
Yeah. So first of all, I didn't know about this independent director, or there is a forum for directorship, and there is such a demand for directorship. My first exposure to this was in 2010. Okay, when we were trying to acquire Rising. Okay, then my leader, he has done the certification because he was supposed to get involved in the due diligence, and that is when I got to know about the entire career opportunity that lies. Then I was exploring, I earmarked that I have to do in some part of my life, I have to do this. And that was one precursor for my decision. Okay. The second one is related to ESG. See, I was providing ESG solutions from 2013 onwards. Okay. When I was providing solutions for ADNOC, ENOC in Middle East, okay, oil and gas companies. When I was working for JTA, Japan Tobacco International. So all these places, I was interacting with the sustainability officer. I was interacting with the compliance officers. Those are the officers, one minus CEO. Okay. So I was interacting with them. I was actually, I don't know whether it has come by chance or by choice, but those exposures in the ESG space have given me interest. Okay, because I was trying to find more and more solutions in this. I was talking to LexisNexis, I was talking to PwC, I was talking to many other EY also. So these companies, they were stalwarts in this, sustainability, governance, and on those aspects. Okay, so we had partnerships with LexisNexis for that matter. We had several such partnerships, and these two aspects, helped me to take this as a career path in my late or early 50s, late 40s or early 50s. Yeah.
That's very interesting to know indeed. So as a corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table, particularly given your experience in financial governance?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, see, I'm good at numbers. Okay. And I always analyze the data and identify various perspectives of the data. Then I present them to the leadership and I collaborate with them, and I always help them to make the decisions. Okay. That was when, I was supporting the directors or N-1 directors who are preparing the content for the directors to discuss in their boardrooms. Okay. Now, the same values I carry to the board, where I find myself, good. I won't say very good. I will say good, reasonably good, in identifying the trends, identifying the perspectives, and not end just there, but find solutions. Okay, so fine. These are the two aspects I would say, that analysis followed by resolution or risk mitigation. Okay, so ideate for coming out of that crisis even before it happens. So I'm a good planner in that sense. Even during my project management, program management days, I was very keen or very receptive, I would say, to the risk events. Okay, even before they could occur. Okay, and that is how I think that skill in me helped me come out of the programs successfully within budget and within time. So that helped me and the organizations also. Yeah.
That's really
Hope I
great.
answered that well.
Yes, of course. So when we talk about technology, as someone working closely with technology, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology, and what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, and Web 3.0?
Yeah, basically, automation in IT industry, I can say automation has taken away almost 80% of the redundant jobs. Okay, if you take the infrastructure side, especially patching, software updates and other things, I think these are all not done anymore by people. They're automated, they're scripted. Okay. And added to that, a tinge of AI, artificial intelligence added to that automation is also moving into the business process areas. Okay. So I have seen a demand of AI-based process automation coming, and that is going to pick up as and when the AI gets matured. You will see a lot of these business process activities getting automated, in spite, and making some of these works redundant. Okay, that is for sure. Second is machine learning. Okay, this is again a very nice. It's also a subset, I would say, for AI, because that is how the AI will build its own knowledge, right? So machine learning coupled with AI, I would put that in that bucket. IoT is more towards actionable events. Okay, so if you have to take some action based on an event, then these switches, routers, and other things that would take place. I think that is more to do with automation in the industry 4.0 and other places. You will see IoT taking the lead. So blockchain and other things are there, but I think the right use cases aren't there as such for the industry. They're trying their best to find the solutions, but yes, they're promising solutions, but I think they will take some more time to reach an industrial scale or a commercial scale.
Yes, that's there, definitely. So, as you know, we are building a community of industry magnets. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So, what are your thoughts about these initiatives taken about by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Hemal Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
First of all, I should thank World Development Corporation team. It's Jishan Pathan, Heval Mehta, and the entire team is excellent, I would say. I would like to thank them because they have brought all these leaders on one platform and
Yes.
created a choice to the organizations to choose from, right? You can actually pick and choose
Right.
based on their capabilities, skills, and their potential. Okay. That is with the platform perspective. Second, it has become a nice place to exchange ideas, to understand how each one was successful in their sphere, and take out those learnings. Okay. Each one, I think, is no less than 25 years, 20 years of experience. I haven't seen
Yes.
any leader less than 20 years of experience. That I think is somehow, that itself shows the level of maturity. By then, by 20 years of experience, one must have touched about 45 or late 40s when the wisdom shines in their in their heads. Okay, and I'm very grateful to that platform. Thanks for this. Yeah.
So thank you for these really kind words. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Kiran Nerella. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. And also the wonderful teachings, the different values that you live by, the principles that you follow, and your career journey that you have shared with us. I'm sure, like everyone watching this, it is going to help them grow and inspire as well in their careers too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It was great. Thank you.